Batman is my favorite comic book superhero of all time. Batman is also one of my favorite movie characters of all time. Christopher Nolan is my second favorite director of all time. So today I thought I would rank all three of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight Trilogy movies. Before I get started, I want to say I'm sorry I haven't posted in a while. We went to Disney World, and then before that we had like Christmas, and it's just been it's been very, what's the word I'm looking for, busy. So yeah, I will be ranking today Christopher Nolan's three Dark Knight Trilogy movies. By the way, I'm going to introduce a new thing today where every time I do a movie, I'm going to give it a rating 1 to 10. So let me just say before I do this, even Last Place is still a good movie. All of these movies are good movies, but some of them just go up just a little bit higher. So without further ado, I'm going to start things off. Let's rank all three of Christopher Nolan's Batman movies. So starting off with third place, I'm going to go with The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises is still a good movie, but I feel like in The Dark Knight Rises, Christopher Nolan makes some mistakes that he's known for not making with like time and plot holes and stuff like that. Now, there were very, very big strong points of it, such as Tom Hardy as Bane, amazing. Anne Hathaway as Catwoman, amazing. Christian Bale, as always, is amazing as Batman, but I feel like it just kind of falls short in some things. Talia al Ghul becoming like the actual bad guy of the movie, and that was just like a little like, why did we need this? Could we just keep Bane? And then the parts where he's in prison can drag a lot, but other than that, this is a near, or well, I shouldn't say a near perfect movie, but it is a good movie. I wish that Heath Ledger would have lived so that they could have really fully done what they were meant to do with this last one. But with that said, with all the roadblocks they hit, it's still a good movie. In second place, I'm going to go with Batman Begins. Batman Begins is just an awesome Batman origin story. They perfectly executed it here. And I kind of like how you use kind of some lesser known Batman villains in this movie, because it really kind of shows him like starting out, and he hasn't really gotten to like that top tier of villains that he ends up fighting later. With that said, though, Liam Neeson is a phenomenal actor. He's great in Star Wars, The Phantom Menace. He's great in Schindler's List. He's great in Taken. So, bringing him in to play Ra's al Ghul was just a great decision all around, and he played the role really well. Cillian Murphy as the Scarecrow, also very well done. And I also did really like how you kind of got to see like the criminals on the street. Like you kind of got more of like that like, how do I say this, like more the streets of Gotham than like, oh, it's Joker over here and he's doing something nuts, and but this is like really like the streets of Gotham. He's trying to like clean up the city and stuff. I really like that, and I think this is one of the best Batman movies ever. With that said, though, coming in first place to, like, the surprise of, let me check, absolutely nobody, The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is a top 5 movie for me. The Dark Knight is so beautifully crafted, wonderfully executed. Any other adjectives I can use to make it sound better, it is perfect. It just does everything right. Amazing villain? Check. Great actor to play that amazing villain? Check. Follow up to a great movie? Check. Great story? Check. Great director? Check. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. So much so that, to my knowledge, Heath Ledger is the only person to ever win an Oscar for a superhero movie, besides like best sound and best visual effects and stuff like that. That it's like, okay, obviously, because there's a bunch of crazy battle sequences going on. Of course, is going to win that. But like, just for an actual like acting performance or a director or like best picture, something like that, like one of like the bigger categories, Heath Ledger is, to my knowledge, the only person to ever win an Oscar for that, winning Best Supporting Actor in 2008 for his role as the Joker. Sadly, we didn't get Angela Bassett uh, for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever this year, but you know it is what it is. But just he is so good in the movie. He's so creepy. He's so evil. And then Christian Bale gives his strongest performance as Batman. And then I know a lot of people love to hate on the suit, like love to hate on the voice he uses, like sounds like he's gargling marbles or something else like that. I like the voice. I think it sounds cool. The voice that I really don't like is I really don't like the Ben Affleck Batman voice. I think it sounds like a robot. So I don't like that. But I do very much actually like his voice in this one. And I do also really, really like the suit. Before I'd seen the Dark Knight trilogy, I was like, that suit's ugly. Why is it? And now I watched it and I grew to love it. And it is just awesome. Just like the little things with Harvey Dent, just kind of, you see him kind of falling, and then eventually he becomes Two-Face, and that's just really well done. Just like the little things that like Ledger improvised with, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but the scene where he blows up a hospital, that's a real building, because Nolan loves practical effects. So that's actually a real building. It's an out-of-use candy factory, and when he hits the button and it doesn't go off, it actually didn't go off because Ledger had the detonator, and when he starts like fiddling with it, like going like this, that's just all improvised by Heath Ledger because he's that good of an actor. This movie just does so much right. Like, I have very, 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 very few complaints with it. I think the only complaint I have with this movie is the recasting of Rachel. I just don't think that the new actress looks like her, and I'm not trying to be mean, but like Rachel looks like she's like 19 in the first one, and then the new actress looks like she's like 40. So I wasn't a big fan of that, but other than that, I have very few complaints with it. It is one of the greatest movies of all time, topped off with like phenomenal acting and just amazing. That is why it comes in at number one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe or Batman will attack you. I don't know what that was. I just tried to come up with something. But yes, please do subscribe. Hit the bell thingy. I don't really know what it does too well, but hit that thing and give me a thumbs up, please. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. See you later.